Have you ever walked into a room and suddenly forgotten why you went there, or found yourself searching for a familiar word that used to come so easily? For many people over 60, these moments feel small at first, almost harmless, something to laugh off. But deep inside, there's a quiet worry that begins to grow. Is this normal, or is something starting to change in my memory? What most people don't realize is this: memory doesn't suddenly disappear overnight. It fades slowly and silently, often because of small daily habits that go unnoticed for years. And here's the surprising truth: many times, it's not just aging. It's what you eat, what your brain is missing, and sometimes what you're unknowingly doing wrong every single day. I've seen this happen again and again. Seniors who believe their memory loss was inevitable, only to regain clarity, focus, and confidence by making just a few simple changes. And that's exactly why this conversation is so important today. In this video, you're going to discover 3 powerful foods that can naturally support your memory after 60 foods that nourish your brain, protect your neurons, and help you stay mentally sharp. But just as importantly, you'll also learn about 3 very common mistakes that quietly damage memory, even if you think you're doing everything right. And I want you to stay with me until the very end, because one of these mistakes is something most people do every single morning without realizing how deeply it affects the brain. Now imagine this for a moment. Waking up and remembering things clearly, conversations flowing naturally, names and thoughts coming back without effort. Feeling confident again, not second-guessing yourself, not feeling frustrated when your mind suddenly goes blank. This isn't just wishful thinking, it's not too late. Your brain is still capable of change even after 60, 70, or even 80, but it needs the right support to do so. And that support begins with something very simple, something you do every single day: the food you eat. So ask yourself honestly, are you feeding your brain or slowly starving it without even realizing it? Stay with me, because what you're about to learn could completely change the way you think about memory, aging, and your future. Now let's gently uncover what's really happening inside the brain as we age, because understanding this will change the way you look at memory forever. As the years pass, your brain naturally goes through changes. Blood flow may slow down, communication between brain cells becomes less efficient, and the protective layers around neurons can weaken. But here's the key point many people miss. These changes are not just caused by age alone. They are deeply influenced by your daily lifestyle, especially what you eat. Think of your brain like a living network, constantly repairing, rebuilding, and communicating. For that to happen smoothly, it needs specific nutrients, healthy fats, antioxidants, vitamins, and minerals. Without them, the brain struggles. Messages slow down, inflammation increases, and over time, memory begins to slip. I once spoke with a 68-year-old patient who was deeply worried about her memory. She would forget small things, appointments, names, even conversations she had just hours earlier. She believed this was the beginning of something serious. But when we looked closely, her diet was missing key nutrients. She was eating regularly, yes, but not feeding her brain what it truly needed. Within a few months of simple changes, her clarity improved in ways she never expected. This is why it's so important to separate myths from reality. One common myth is that memory loss after 60 is unavoidable. That's not entirely true. While some slowing is natural, rapid or noticeable decline is often linked to factors we can influence, nutrition being one of the most powerful. Another myth is that taking random supplements can fix everything. Many people rush to buy pills, hoping for a quick solution. But the truth is, your body absorbs nutrients far better from real whole foods. Supplements can help in some cases, but they can't replace a consistently nourishing diet. And here's something that might surprise you. Dehydration alone can affect memory. Even mild dehydration can reduce focus, slow thinking, and make recall more difficult. Yet many seniors simply don't drink enough water throughout the day, not realizing how much it impacts their brain. There's also the issue of blood sugar spikes. Diets high in refined sugars and processed foods can create sudden rises and drops in blood sugar levels. Over time, this doesn't just affect energy, it can damage blood vessels in the brain and impair memory function. So when someone says, "I'm eating fine, I don't know why my memory is getting worse," the real question is not how much you're eating, but what you're eating and what your brain is actually receiving from it. In the next part, I'm going to show you exactly what to do: 3 powerful foods you can start eating daily, along with simple habits that protect your memory, and the 3 biggest mistakes you must avoid if you want to keep your mind sharp for years to come. Now let's move into what truly matters. What you can start doing from today to protect and even improve your memory. Because the good news is this, your brain responds very quickly when you begin giving it the right fuel. The first food I want you to focus on is fatty fish. Especially options like salmon, sardines, or mackerel. These are rich in omega-3 fatty acids, which are essential for brain cell structure and communication. You can think of omega-3 south as nourishment that keeps your brain cells flexible and strong. Without enough of it, those connections become weak, and memory begins to suffer. Even 2 to 3 servings a week can make a noticeable difference over time. The second powerful food is berries, especially blueberries and strawberries. These small fruits are loaded with antioxidants that help protect the brain from oxidative stress, one of the main causes of memory decline. Many of my older patients notice better mental clarity when they start including a handful of berries in their daily routine, whether with breakfast or as a simple snack. The third is nuts and seeds, particularly walnuts, almonds, and flax seeds. These are rich in vitamin E and healthy fats, both of which play a role in slowing down cognitive decline. Just a small handful a day can support brain health in a very natural and sustainable way. Now, while adding these foods is powerful, avoiding certain mistakes is just as important. The first common mistake is skipping meals, especially breakfast. When you go long hours without eating, your brain doesn't get a steady supply of glucose, which is its main source of energy. This can lead to poor concentration, forgetfulness, and mental fatigue. A simple, balanced breakfast can set the tone for your entire day. The second mistake is relying too much on processed foods, things high in sugar, refined flour, and unhealthy fats. These foods may feel satisfying in the moment, but over time, they increase inflammation in the body and the brain, quietly damaging memory and focus. And the third mistake, one that many people overlook, is not staying mentally and physically active. Food alone is not enough. Your brain needs stimulation. Simple habits like walking daily, reading, solving puzzles, or even having meaningful conversations can strengthen brain connections and improve memory retention. I always tell my patients your brain is like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it stays. Combine that with proper nutrition, and you create a powerful foundation for long-term mental health. Now imagine combining all of this: nourishing foods, steady meals, and active daily habits. This is how you begin to rebuild confidence in your memory, step by step, day by day. In the final part, I want to talk to you heart to heart about what this really means for your future, your independence, and how you can move forward with confidence and hope. And now, let's take a quiet moment together, because this is not just about memory. It's about your life, your independence, and the confidence you carry every single day. Losing small pieces of memory can feel frustrating, even frightening. It can make you question yourself, hesitate in conversations, or feel like you're slowly losing control. But I want you to hear this clearly: your story is not ending here. Your brain is not done. It is still alive, still adapting, still capable of improvement, no matter your age. I've seen people in their late 60s, 70s, even 80s make simple changes and begin to feel sharper, more present, more like themselves again. Not because of complicated treatments, but because they started caring for their brain the way it truly needed. And now, you have that knowledge too. You know that your brain needs the right fuel-healthy fats from fish, protective antioxidants from berries, and nourishing nutrients from nuts and seeds. You understand that skipping meals, eating too many processed foods, and staying inactive can quietly work against you. And most importantly, you've realized that small daily choices can create powerful long-term results. But here's what matters most: consistency. Not perfection, not drastic changes overnight. Just simple, steady steps: choosing better foods, staying hydrated, moving your body, engaging your mind. Day by day, these actions begin to rebuild something very important: trust in yourself. So the next time you forget something, don't panic. Don't label yourself as losing memory. Instead, remind yourself you are in the process of strengthening your brain. You are taking control, because the truth is, aging is natural, but suffering in silence and doing nothing about it doesn't have to be. You deserve clarity. You deserve confidence. You deserve to feel present and connected to the people and moments that matter most in your life. If this message spoke to you, take a small step today. Start with one food, one habit, one change, and build from there. And if you found this helpful, gently support the channel by liking this video, subscribing, and sharing your thoughts in the comments. Tell us, which of these changes will you start today? Your journey to a sharper, healthier mind can begin right now.